Your power in life comes from your attention. Nobody can control how they feel, but those who can focus their energy get the furthest. Thoughts create emotions and reactions based on how you cope with your feelings, which steer your life's direction. We all have storms of emotions that flood our minds with doubts that then urge us to shelter ourselves from the world. What starts as a shelter to protect our energy eventually becomes a barricade that diffuses our power. We wait for the storm to pass, whether it's injuries, breakups, losses, arguments, etc., until we feel like the sky is clear. Our confidence is drained when the storm finally passes and our connections are damaged, leaving us trying to find the energy to carry on. Most people don't realize that just like the weather, even the dark clouds above us generate power. Lightning and mental breakthroughs share a common factor: the sudden release of energy. Their foundation is also based on charged energy. In the case of lightning, the energy is stored in the atmosphere. In short, lightning is when electrical charges in storm clouds separate, creating a powerful electrical discharge that travels along a lightning channel. In the case of a mental breakthrough, the energy is stored in your mind and released when you act on your revelation. In this regard, your mind is the sky, and sky's the limit. Inside the clouds, particles move around and collide with each other. This movement causes the particles to become electrically charged, while positive and negative charges separate. The positive charges gather at the top of the cloud, while the negative charges accumulate at the bottom. When the difference in charge becomes strong enough, it creates a path for the electrical energy to flow, which is lightning. The path that a lightning strike takes is determined by the dominant energy present. It strikes up if it's positively charged and down if it's negative. Within your brain, neurons are the building blocks of thought, much like particles that make up a cloud. Think of them as the messengers of your mind, relaying thoughts, emotions, and actions. Neurons are responsible for transmitting information through electrical impulses. However, neurons are much larger than particles in a cloud, which means that they can carry information in a much more complex way. Remember, your awareness is the atmosphere and your moods are the clouds. The clouds move by as the atmosphere observes all that goes on below. Each mood is charged by your thoughts, and every action you take is based on your dominant thoughts. When you're thinking negatively, you tend to strike at things beneath you, doing things that lower your self-esteem, power, and energy. Like how acting out of anger might make you break something, which serves no one. When you think positively, you tend to strike intentionally and focus on higher emotions, increasing your power, like making a donation or raising your self-esteem by creating something. Like lightning, you can separate your negative thoughts from the positive and choose the direction you want to strike. We commonly confuse negative energy with a lack of energy, or let a single negative thought overshadow a whole cloud of positivity. There's also a misconception that being positive means you don't have negative thoughts. It's not about what energy you have inside, it's about what energy you choose to channel. When lightning strikes, whether up or down at a certain point, the cloud goes away. It just has to release its stored energy, whether it's negative or positive. Whatever thoughts you're acting on, you're transferring energy. And as Albert Einstein said, energy is the capacity to do work. For example, you want to start a business but feel like you lack the energy, power, or connections. Instead of risking failure, you choose to switch on electronic devices to watch videos or connect with people over what you like to consume. Instead of retaining your energy, you're spending it on strengthening your connections to your circuit of bad habits. When you consume content to get your mind off of things, it works. It feels like the dark cloud over you has dissipated, and instead of those previous negative thoughts, you're thinking about what you've just watched. You have successfully transferred your energy to the show, athlete, or influencer that captured your focus, effectively draining your own power. As James Redfield said, where attention goes, energy flows. Your attention is converted to power while ads and endorsements act as conductors. Instead of harnessing your energy to empower yourself, your attention gives a celebrity, event, website, etc. the power to sell it. Your attention is invaluable, even if you don't realize it. As you spend your time consuming content, advertisers are willing to pay millions to capture just a few seconds of your attention. So, whether you believe you make a difference in the world or not, your attention is a precious commodity that should be valued. It takes time for energy to become power, and time is money. Whatever you pay attention to most will profit. The more you pay attention to a problem, the bigger it gets. The more you pay attention to an app, the more ads you see. Meanwhile, the average advertiser values the average person's attention at over 30 cents per second. In short, 30 seconds of your time is worth at least 30 cents. If you made 30 cents per 30 seconds for a full day, you would make $864 a day, which is over $300,000 a year. It's not money that empowers individuals, it's how they channel their attention and the attention that they receive. Like lightning, your energy is released along the path you create and powers whatever it strikes. Now imagine if you kept your time to invest in your own ideas, you'd profit. Acting as an electrician, you'd start rewiring your thoughts and actions to direct your energy toward the light bulbs in your head. If you redirect the energy spent observing your thoughts and absorbing your own positive energy, it will amplify your power. Although routine habits like praising others and consuming content are normalized, you're letting your energy dissipate while you sit being neutralized. The only thing worse than negativity is inactivity. In the context of personal power and its influence on actions, being neutral causes inactivity because it lacks a clear direction or intention. In the words of William James, action may not always bring happiness, but there is no happiness without action. When it comes to electricity, a neutral state means that there is an equal balance of positive and negative charges, resulting in no movement or flow of electrical current. In this state, energy remains stagnant and does not contribute to any specific outcome or work. In a mental sense, being neutral leads to a lack of motivation, indecisiveness, and a sense of stagnation. When you're neutral, you don't feel strongly compelled to take action or make choices. This can result in inertia, where you remain stuck in a state of inaction or complacency. Neutrality hinders your potential to make significant achievements. If you don't feel strong enough to act, you won't act strong enough to have an impact. There may be a sense of gloominess in the dark cloud, but it holds an abundance of power. Positive energy propels you towards action, growth, and the pursuit of your goals. Negative energy, while often seen as undesirable, can still force a positive change by driving you away from unwanted outcomes. However, people often escape their unwanted situations and stop there, or worse, get used to misfortune.
Merzeal.